The live button has been pressed. The stream has begun. Bum bum bum.
Good.
Are we gonna get that good Zay recap?
Yes. Yes, we are. Let me open it up. Here we go. It's a little bit of a long one this time because so much stuff happened last session.
Yeah.
Last session, the party briskly made their way to the apartment where Sim's Mark stayed. While Aegis, Zay, and Sim stayed in the hallway, Victor was let into the apartment by the Leonin man under the ruse of needing to examine him for plague-like symptoms. While pretending to examine him, Victor injects him with a sleeping toxin, which promptly puts the man to sleep. Zay casts invisibility on the unconscious man after he had been strapped to Aegis's back. Aegis, Sim, and Victor head back to Victor's place, where the Leonin man's throat is swiftly cut and he bleeds out. As the others leave to head off to bed, Victor goes straight to work removing parts from the Leonin man and merging them onto the half-orc captive. His gruesome vision is coming to fruition little by little, with each addition and alteration to the body. Meanwhile, Zay snuck into the city's main warehouse and stole a few magical items before heading off to sleep. The next morning, Aegis heads to Moira's tea shop in order to find some sort of remedy to his drunkenness problem. Sim goes out to find a new outfit for his Leonin form, and upon returning finds Zay disguised as an elf and heading out to sell some of the stolen jewelry. The successful rush in on a healthy amount of platinum pieces. Shortly afterwards, commotion is heard at Ivy's flower shop when Lord Solstice and a few of the other of the clan trash the shop looking for an Aegis. With a heated debate and a false description given of Aegis, the Solstice clan leaves while laughing in their faces. Aegis turns the destruction into a date night with Ivy, however. To provide a different name to the Solstice clan for them to chase after, Sim and Zay decide to send Amber an apple crumble pie with the dead Leonin's name instead of Aegis, but includes Aegis as a middle name. The party then heads off to the Thieves Guild to get some last minute preparations before leaving on their mission the next morning. And that is where we start.
So,
Zay is
who?
currently getting a tattoo.
Yes, Zay is currently getting tatted up.
Oh, we lost Sim.
Oh no! Uh-oh, internet issues.
Yeah, must be internet issues. He'll come back.
We know for the evening, the others for the wait, hold on. You've gotten. Oh yes. Um. Okay, I had to remember where I had wanted to pick back up from last session. Um. And that was with Aegis. If he can, I see he's muted at the moment though. And his dinner.
Oh, yes.
Because he had just brought in some food to Ivy and was very apologetic and confused about everything that happened.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
That's a little
Aha!
distant, but yes.
Okay, I'm on my Bluetooth headphones right now because the internet shit itself again,
Oh no.
and my computer's trying to reconnect.
Mm.
Well, at least you're coming in loud and clear.
Okay, my computer's connected. I might just a minute. Back over to my computer. Let's sit here in just a second once Discord loads.
That's okay. Take your time.
So, Aegis,
Yep.
you have been walked over to a little picnic-esque area in Ivy's garden. That is in her pretty much her warehouse that she turned into an indoor garden. Um, that's connected to her storefront. There's a little picnic area inside there that she brought you to since you brought the food. And she just plops down, looking around a bit, and kind of looks to you and goes, "I honestly really hope they don't come back. I don't care if that causes a business loss or anything. They're just too much of a brute for my liking."
Intelligent conversation in the form of Aegis. Um,
Intelligent conversation in the form of Aegis who's slightly drunk.
yes. Um, actually, can we come back to me? I'm sorry. Is there any possibility? Yeah.
Well, sure, we can definitely come back to you. What was Sim and Victor going to end up doing? I know if Victor was pretty much going to go and be working on his experiments for a bit until everyone was ready, kind of set that stuff
Mm-hmm.
up. Were there any addendums to that you had that had cropped up in the week
Mm.
to think about session or anything?
No, doing what I can, getting in prepared for a week alone.
Uh,
So I cut out like mid recap. So where are we starting off currently?
so currently Zay's getting a tattoo. Aegis is bringing the meal that he insisted he get for Ivy as kind of a sorry for the uproar that the Solstice clan had caused in her shop.
Oh.
Um Victor had being pretty much set and ready is basically going to do some final things in his um experiment area um to get things all tidied up for your venture out. um and I think I already said Zay's getting the tattoo. So Sim, what would you like to be doing?
Um, what time of day is it currently?
um at this point, probably midday
Oh,
ish. closer to lunchish.
Okay.
Because you guys had done the jewelry run. That was the morning of the day.
I'm gonna walk around town and just kind of take a look at all of the shops and see if any of them have any or just some sort of extra security. Get like a somebody that seems like they've got something important or they're getting ready to get something important.
Okay. So that's getting ready to get something important. You don't really see anything like that. It's
My internet shit its pants as well. So I have to hop away to my phone.
uh-oh.
So I cut out for like the last minute or two. What did I miss?
Not too terribly much. Everyone has been deciding where they are going. Um, the only thing you do really notice, Sim, is that there are more guards around the docks.
Okay. Um, I'll hang around the docks for a little while and see if I can tell what it is that are there for the Solstice Clan's ship, or if there's something else that's come in that nobody else has really noticed because everyone's been distracted by the nobles.
So you figure out from all the talk going on that there was actually a break-in the middle of the night. Some stock was stolen, and of that, it looks like there might be some people being fired in the near future. Due to uh who owns the shop that happened to have their stock stolen, and the fact that there is supposed to be more guards in certain areas than there were actually stationed. Someone had been lacking on putting people up. Seems like due to someone's shenanigans in the middle of the night, they found out that someone was pocketing money for payment for employees instead of actually stationing those employees.
Oh,
So there's a bit of a kerfuffle.
okay.
That's a bit of a silver lining.
You say
Get
that
away with
now.
robbery because get away with a robbery because somebody was embezzling from the company.
Roll me a perception check though for a very specific bit of information.
Just 1 second. There we go. Okay. 19.
19, nice. There are a couple times that you do happen to catch the Varzand name being thrown around.
Does it sound like it was their warehouse
It sounds like it
or
was their stock.
their stock? Okay. If I ask around, can I find out whose warehouse it was?
You asking around, the warehouse itself you find is more city owned. There are a couple head like managers sort of thing, and those move the biggest stock in and out, make the make the biggest decisions on how things are run in the dock themselves. Um,
Okay.
so it's not a single person owns the building sort of thing.
Okay.
What's the right
Hmm.
term? Conglomerate? That might not be the right term. First one that popped into my head.
Interesting. What I hear. So did they tell me it was from the
No, I just flashed that I picked something up.
okay. Oh. Well, after all of that, before I go to this evening, I'll head over to the heavy petting bar.
Alrighty, you go to the heavy petting bar, and there is not so much a commotion like outside or anything out of the ordinary, but inside there is a bit of a commotion. Not in a bad way, but it looks like they're setting up for something. Um, you happen to see not only a couple of the workers, but also Sweet Pea herself running around like a chicken with their head cut off.
I'll
And
just kind of find a table for a second and just like wait. Just kind of like watching Sweet Pea run around. Wait till she notices that I'm sitting there.
you end up waiting quite a bit longer than usual. And when she finally does spot you, I swear you have never seen her blush so red in her life for not realizing someone's come in before. And she hustles over, a little out of breath. She's been running around, and she goes, "You got some tea to spill? Rain check. Rain. I would love to listen and sit down, but we have a guest that I wasn't expecting to come in, and woo, I'm so excited about it."
Oh, and who's that? I would get you this worked up.
Have you ever heard of the Skull Splitter clan?
I don't believe I have.
Well, they have an absolute doll that is part of that clan. Best, best in show. I mean, aside from you, don't look. You are fantastic, but ooh, oh, she's getting here later now. You should even bring. You should bring Aegis. It would be good for. He'd make some good money. We're gonna start putting flyers out here in just a little bit. The
Um,
house is gonna be packed.
uh, well, I'll have to talk with the others. We might be on our way out this evening, actually. But
Well,
if we're not, I'll try to. I'll try to make an appearance.
per-
I'm not sure if Aegis would be good for guarding right now. He drank something and he's been off since then. So
hmm. Well, she's gonna be here for a while. Um, we've managed to actually get the funds together to be able to support her here for about a month.
oh well. While the just something to improve a little bit while the nobles are here, or are you
Oh,
looking at expanding your prospects a little bit?
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Hopefully, impress the nobles, expand the prospects, maybe get some new clients in, and if things go well enough, maybe get her on a regular rotation. She's a bit of a wanderer herself. Never stays in one spot too long with a message she has to spread, but does come back to her favorite spots. And if we become a favorite spot, whenever she comes around, we'll be making bank.
Very true. Well, I'll have to go speak with the others, but I will get back to you. It seems like you're swaying gestures to like somebody about to like drop something.
She eyes go wide, and she just darts.
Sip will go. Let's just head back to the house for now and wait and see if Aegis or Zay shows up, or if Victor comes by.
So I think I decided Aegis is going to attempt to hold by telepathy.
Oh snap! Okay, let's hear this plan.
Um, actually, this is gonna be weird. No. Um, Shoot. What was the thing that she said?
She had basically said that she hopes that those particular nobles don't come back. She doesn't care if it causes her to lose business. They're too much of brutes and make her nervous.
Um, Again, this is in her head. I still haven't prepared a voice. I am so sorry that I still have not prepared a mental voice. But anyway, um, don't know why they had to destroy the plants. Um, he still manages to seem like as shy as he probably has been talking to her, even in her head. Anxious and who even uses Aegis' name? I don't think I have any name.
He just kind of looks at me and goes, They said I don't blame you. They're clearly mistaken. And both of us got wrapped in their hot-headedness.
Um, Maybe you should set rules by the door.
That won't stop nobles.
They just think they can do whatever they want.
Well, not just nobles do that. Many people do.
Maybe you should stay as nymph all the time. Then maybe the people would be more hesitant
Oh,
to.
no.
Mm.
The reason why I don't is because I almost got wiped out. It's the reason why I don't have family. So I hide here on the safest continent for my kind.
He doesn't know what to say at this point. Um, she had cups out, right?
Oh
Mm.
yeah. She had brought me cups.
He begins pouring the glasses. Um, try to figure out what he can say next. Um, I'm sorry. You know that that is what's wrong with cities, or, or they like to call themselves civilizations. They're not very civilized.
Tia thinks for a moment, goes, some are, some aren't. I don't hate cities and civilizations for the handful that are rude or aggressive or come in and thrash things. I just know that those that do that have some form of issues and distrust on nature, and well, that's their loss.
Maybe you need security.
I've got security enough, thank you.
He looks confused. Is you have security?
He smiles as if push comes to shove. There are a lot of things I can do myself.
But didn't you say that puts you in danger?
Mm, it puts the one in danger that I end up snapping on, I guess we'll call it.
Um. Oh. Um. I I'm going on a trip. Tomorrow. I think. Won't be back for a week. Will will you be able to make your deliveries? Should I ask for a favor from Duboc?
She's you don't need to drag the bulk into anything.
Um, I would, but I mean, I think he enjoys it. Though he always seems to find a way himself.
Well, if I need any help, I'll reach out to him while you're gone, alright?
Okay.
She mothers regularly bring their children in. It's the howling. I don't know how much that got picked up, but the
I heard it a fair bit.
Yeah, I heard some bits of it. It was pretty great.
them three go off. It's just ah woo 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 for a while. Uh-oh. I think we lost Aegis. With that though, stay for a little bit. Or is it? Oh no, I see typing from. Or not.
No, I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here.
Okay. I saw you typing, so I thought you were going to like type "be right back." So I'm like, oh no, I won't. I
Oh
won't cut
no,
to that.
no, nope. I'm here.
So Zet, you are getting your tattoo done by this lithe brunette in a lot of red clothing. A cigarette in the side of her mouth that seems to be pouring out smoke. While she's doing that tattoo. Um. We have issue connections from. Yes, but eventually breaks the silence. Um, other than the noise of the machinery used for the tattoo work, and she goes, So I haven't seen you around here much, actually. You pay your way in, get a sponsor. What's the scoop?
New in doing a job for Lord Varzand.
Ooh, do your job good. You're pretty much set.
Oh, oh yeah.
NCO gave me a
He
call.
he
Is he,
uh he does he takes care of his own.
Wait, what?
I broke Tazay for a little bit because you disappeared.
Yeah, sorry, my NCO decided he had to call me.
Ah. Um. But yeah, she tells Zay that yeah you're set if you do your jobs right.
is he considered high up or
Because is he considered high up? Yeah, you are fresh meat, aren't you?
Zay just kind of laughs? And, yeah,
Because he is definitely high up on the food chain. Um, he's one of the ones that if you want to talk to one of the up and ups of any of the thieves guilds really on the continent, um, honestly, the person that you end up going to is him. Or someone like me ends up using sending or teleportation or some sort of spell work to nab him and bring him over. Granted, that's how it goes in all the continents for me. Quite busy.
Oh, that well. I mean, I wouldn't want to bother you if you're busy getting pulled everywhere.
You last no, 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 no. This is what I prefer to do. They're the ones that are interrupting, but they pay fantastically, so don't worry about it.
Um, I mean, I don't want to be rude. How long is this? This is the first actual tattoo that I'm getting done like this.
She goes, "Oh, the rest of them. All right, makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna question about those other ones. They seem too natural. I guess would be the right term for it."
Yeah. They just kind of appeared one day and haven't gone away.
Well, I'd be worried if they had gone away. Then you've got other issues going on.
Oh, well, this one goes away and comes back.
Yeah, and she kind of chuckles. She's like, "Oh, I was picturing a more permanent issue. Uh, not too long. Uh, for this in particular. You won't be uncomfortable in the needle chair for too long."
Oh, I just remembered. Zay is still disguised as an elf.
Beautiful.
So she just kind of lays back, just looking up at the ceiling, letting her foot get tattooed. She's really got it's done.
She's not there for too terribly long before there's a uh
Oh,
hard pat, not aggressive or anything, but just a hard pat on the calf with a, "All right, you're done."
oh, okay. You're up at the front, or
Oh no, right here.
Zay will hand her the amount, whatever it was. It was like 506 or something. And then an additional 100 gold as a tip.
Okay, looks at it, raises an eyebrow, and goes, "Well, if you're gonna be a good tipper, please do come back. I don't mind a tip. Might give you discounts sometimes as well."
Oh, hopefully, I'll be back. I'd like to get more, but I do have places. Um, that did she? I know her name is Red, or
Yeah, she would introduce herself as Red.
okay. As Zay is walking out, she'll just turn and say, "Well, I'll see you around, Red."
She gets a little bit of a way. She goes, "Oh, um, you said you were working with Varzan, right? If you are happening to see him soon, Could you tell him that the Lion Guard are sweeping into Brooksfield?
Yeah, sure. Lion Guard, Parksville. Got it.
Perfect.
Will do. Okay. Yeah, no problem. And then Zay will head out back to the house.
Alrighty. Aegis, what were you going to say before you had been cut off by phone call?
Okay. Well, shoot. I don't actually remember what was the last thing said before what I was about to say.
Oh, she had said that she didn't necessarily want a bird in her shop that likes to swear a lot, since she gets a lot of moms and kids that shop there. So that it was a no on Rupert.
Oh.
Like a hard no.
What about for deliveries?
Oh, for delivery, she said that she if she absolutely needed help, that she would reach out to Debook.
No.
To
I was
make
just
Aegis feel better.
I was just imagining all blurb.
Oh.
Anyway, the
You're in her garden area that's attached to the store.
and the guards didn't go near the garden area.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, you mentioned parents. Where are you from originally?
Well, originally I was born. She was well.
Wait, what?
She thinks for a moment and goes, "Well, I was raised for the most part in the west side of the northwest forest, actually, of Tegith for the most part of my life. The family itself, we actually were originally from Nearbeth. But that became too dangerous on all fronts for the small
Wait,
community.
I'm not confused. Am I? Tegith is where the Iron Woods are, and where.
Correct.
And she said north. Wait, which direction did she say
So
again?
she said that she was raised for the most part at the northwest of the continent of Tegith, but she was born and her family comes from near Beth, which is what has the Iron Woods, but it was too dangerous for her small clan to stay there, so they moved to a safer woods, or at least what they thought would be a safer woods.
Your parents died in Tia? Mm, okay, specifically, let me remember something. That city, it was a mining city that like had like was there any specific like I know for his tribe there was supposed to be like a reason for hating orcs. I don't know if that city was something to do with it, if it was like
So the mining city was primarily orc and dwarf build. But that was up in the mountains. You were up a higher, much higher in the forest, higher elevation, where it was more of the mountains than the forest itself. So she's saying her family originated from the lower forests,
oh, your
but
family was
moved
actually
to
nearer.
a different continent because it was too dangerous. Because they were such a small clan.
Wait, so
They left the Iron Woods in near Beth and went to Teague.
I'm confused.
Near Beth has the Iron Woods, which is where your character is from.
Okay, never mind.
You're up in the mountains.
Okay, no, I'm confused. Anyway, comments. Some types of characters, I swear, are just easier to play than others. Oh, oh, what? Oh, oh, okay.
Typed it out for you.
Oh, I know exactly what he's gonna say. Um, I think the world will never truly be safe with the treacheries of civilized civilization. They are too greedy. They take what they don't need. They kill what they don't understand. They have no regard.
She goes, I hold no grudges with civilization. Even a tribe benefits from civilization. We wouldn't have the medicines or even some of the world without cities and schools for people to test things and learn potions and cure those who are ill. There are some that are bad, yes, but that doesn't mean the rest should be held accountable for the few.
Okay, I'm kind of curious at this point. I always kind of just assumed he wouldn't. But at this point, I feel like I need to roll to see if he actually somehow manages to know what. Or do you think I should just stick to the assumption that he wouldn't?
I think that would be more of a your choice sort of thing. Would Aegis have learned about them in his travels or not?
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of something that people are secretive about to begin with, I guess. If they are
It
one.
depends on the warlock and who they follow.
I don't know, he also probably wasn't traveling for, I guess. Um, learning healing and holy magic is good. That is what shamans do, what people like you do. But the the civilized have completely invented the learned use of a magic that consumes like it's a fire.
She nods and goes, but some plants can't flourish unless the forest fire comes through.
We can we can make fire. We don't need. Why do we need people to learn the arcane?
There are diseases that would have wiped everyone out if it weren't for the arcane and figuring out how to heal them. there would be no plants if it weren't for the arcane and learning how to fix some diseases that threatened to wipe out all plants. If the plants had been wiped out, everyone would have starved. Just because something is
You know, I
used
need.
for bad doesn't make it bad.
It is very difficult to keep him steadfast with this reasoning when both of his beds are providing reasons as to why. Um, and that needed help from roots. Hmm. He just pauses in thought for a moment and starts trying to eat.
with with that, there is some eating, but there's also of her mailbox drop. And she walks over into the store area and picks up her mail, and you hear her go, "Oh, how exciting!" And shuffle about for a moment, and she comes down, back around, and um, plops down a little poster in front of you, a little like 8.5 by 11 size sheet. Um, and I've got to figure out where the heck it's saved now. Dang it. Did it save in here? Oh, why did it save like that? That's so weird. Um, it says, come one, come all to the heavy petting bar. Limited time only. We have the one and only sugar skull splitter. And on this poster is the image of a very smiley orc. Jewels on her tusks. A quite risque outfit on. In that it's really just holding up her bosom. Um, and she's got this big old grin on. Um, and that is the little pamphlet that is slapped right in front of you.
Oh, it said tonight only.
No, it said limited time only.
Oh. Okay. Um, he wait. I would he have heard her? I guess he probably wouldn't have heard of her at all. He he scowls at the sister for a moment and then looks at her confused.
She looks back as what? Isn't that exciting?
To
They've got a new performer.
to see savage orc perform.
She looks at you and blinks and goes, "That's not a savage orc. Have you never heard of the bard performer extraordinaire?"
I have heard of some. I've and I've heard some orc music. Orc music.
She goes, "Oh, no, no, no. You her sing. It is heavenly. Her whole movement, wherever she goes, is that orcs are not all meant for fighting. They're also meant for loving. And some of her songs are just great. And boy howdy, according to the crowd, does she get around in the typical bard fashion."
Yeah. Zay has some accurate.
Accurate gift there.
Yeah.
She goes, "I am putting this flyer up in my window to advertise." She's now, if I recall correctly, you and your group of friends had something to do. And now, with this information, I think I'm going to go head to the bar to see if they want some special uh, floral decorations for any events coming up, since they have a bit of a celebrity showing up.
He makes a baffled face. He,
Aegis is just broken.
um,
Aegis.exe has crashed.
maybe maybe I come with.
She goes, sure, fine. Either way, we've got to clean up. She begins putting away the dishes and packing up any leftovers quite excitedly, in fact. Like her mood from the attack earlier has completely 180'd with this information. But we are going to jump back to the gang that are at home now. Sim, Zay's arrived home.
Oh, you're back.
Yep.
So I was wandering around down by the docks earlier, and it was this warehouse. There was like this city-owned warehouse sort of thing.
The city-owned warehouse with doors that aren't guarded.
Well, there were lots of guards down there, but I know why the doors weren't guarded.
Oh.
The person that was put in charge of, you know, hiring the guards and actually giving them the duty to go guard, well, taking the money that they should have used to pay the guards to guard the door and just putting it in their pockets.
Oh. Well, that's a shame. It's a good thing bad people get what they deserve, doesn't it? Zay just moves over to like start taking off her disguise.
Well, and also the it was out of Varzan's stock.
What was?
The things that were stolen from.
Zay's eyes just kind of like move back and forth, like, oh, uh, okay, um, noted. Um, are you staying here for a little bit, or are you heading out?
I was waiting to go and get my clothes.
Here, I'm heading over to the Far Sands to pick up some of my old clothes that were getting mended and washed there. Leave my bag here. Don't go
All right.
through it, please.
Okay. Oh, also, there's this performer um at the heavy petting bar for the skull splitter.
Oh, oh, okay. I mean,
She's supposed to be performing. There's all this fanfare going on down there. I went to go talk with Sweet Pea a bit earlier, but she was rather busy getting ready. So
oh, okay. Uh, does that mean that you want to stay the night and then we'll head out in the morning?
well, I I'm not sure what time my clothes will be ready. I'm not sure if there's a
Yeah,
boat
I don't know what time the
at
last ferry
night.
leaves. So, I mean, we could stay one more night, but then we really got to get moving.
Yeah, I think tomorrow morning would probably work the best. We could just take care of a few little errands. I was thinking about maybe making an appearance as my Lenin fellow Pythos
Oh,
up at the solstice
at the
mansion.
Solstice Manor?
I've been mulling it over. I haven't made a decision yet, though.
Oh, well, certainly let me know. Um, I'm very interested in going back there again. As I kind
I
of, she smiles wickedly.
I I'm just not sure how to present it, though. Because if I'm trying to present as someone this noble's daughter, I have no title, no sting to back up this man.
Oh, just make one
What
up.
do I
Just make one up. Tell him you're from Rowfield or something.
I don't know how well connected they are, though.
Mm, look in Amber's diary. Maybe. See where they've been.
Mm, I like that. Digging through Amber's diary to see if I can find a place where they haven't been, where I might I might have a chance at them not knowing anybody from there.
They is finishing taking off her makeup and other disguise stuff, and then full clothes that the Varzan sisters gave her, leaving her bag here tucked underneath something, just anything, like a hole in the wall, whatever, just somewhere. Dim's giant pile of clothes, and then uh, heading off to the Varzand mansion.
Wait, Sim, roll an investigation.
Alrighty. Just saying. That's an 18.
You learn that in a chapter, despite Amber's protests to vacation in Brooksfields one late spring, so they could see how big the festival gets over there, that her requests have been denied by her father because they don't have a good standing in Tegith or with the nobles of that continent. So travel there is currently forbidden.
Okay. Alright, well, now that I know that. Um, I can't remember the big cities in Tegith.
That would
There's
be
Amara.
that'd be near Beth. Let
Oh, yeah.
me
There's
pull up my chart because some of them actually adapted a little bit from time since you guys' last. Um, so you would know there was Pruxfield. There is um the Obsidian Pass, there is what is called North Brooks and South Brooks, as well as the Clifflands, which is in the westernmost of the continent. Um, there's also an area that's just called the Sands in the desert. That is um run by a family of Naga. The Naga are the kind of keepers of the sands. Um, but those are the main big areas. There are some smaller towns that are flecked through the continent. But those are the main areas that would have like nobles sort of thing.
Okay, is Obsidian Pass
Yeah,
was
Obsidian
one of them?
Pass is one of them.
Okay, I like that one. That sounds like a good place for a guy with the last name of Gloompelt to come from.
It is also a place that has to do with mining.
Oh.
I'll give you one guess what's mined there.
Well done, gold star.
10 out of 10. With that, though, Zay, you're making your way to the Varzans.
Yep.
Do you just kind of hop on up to the door and knock?
Yeah.
As you meander over and give a solid knock on the door, you hear a rush of footsteps, and there is a thud against the door, and you can hear through it a complaint of one of the sons. You can't quite tell exactly what one through the door, but you also hear a couple female voices. And the complaint, however, is that they accidentally smashed his face into the door, thudding up against him. Just let him open the door and make sure it's safe. Basically calling them bumbling idiots. And to get back is I'm supposed to protect you, sort of thing. And you hear the squabble of, but we know who it is. We know who it is. And a rustle of the handle before the door swings open, and you can see Rollis with his arms crossed over his chest, looking at both of his sisters angrily, and both of them pull you inside and slam the door shut, and begin to basically lead you towards the stairs, and begin talking about how they want to play dress up with you to see which one of their clothes you would fit in better. Um, For secrets, for reasons. They won't tell you what they just give for reasons as their reasoning.
Are they leading me up the stairs?
They are
Like upstairs?
heading towards the stairs.
Oh, okay. Uh, uh, yeah, I don't think I would resist right now.
A trans woman no longer straight. Dating a man.
What?
Can hear some sort of thing in the background.
Yeah, something.
Um,
I don't know.
and yeah, if you don't resist, they begin leading you up the stairs. And to the top of the stairs, happens to be kind of at the top to the side, just like hand at the bridge of nose, eyes staring at them with a look of like, I can't believe you're my daughters. Like you, the look of were you born in a barn equivalent. He just lets out a sigh and he goes, well, it's nice to see you again, Zay.
Just,
I
just as they're
apologize for their behavior.
it as they're just like pulling me, I'm just turning back to him. Oh, it's nice to see you too. It's okay, but in his mind, I will relay the message. Lion Guard heading into Pruxfield.
There is a flash, like a very, very minuscule, like, oh, you almost miss it, sort of flash of anger. Not at you, at the message itself, and out loud. He barks for Ekmos and Osvir to meet him in his chambers now.
Um, so before you said that the mansions were all like cookie cutter laid out
Yeah, very,
style,
very, very, quite cookie cutter.
as the rooms, this clans from the same layout,
Yeah, you'd be able to kind of pinpoint. Yeah.
and then is there? Oh, oh well, I guess I would have to see what's inside the room first, but um, or wherever it would be. Is it towards the front of the manor or the back?
Um, it's closer to the back.
Okay, just looking for positioning. Okay.
I can I'll work on getting you that layout sometime in the next week or something. You've been in the Varzans enough time to have somewhat of a mental map at least.
Yeah. So I guess I'm playing dress up.
You are playing dress up. They are forcing you in and out of clothes. Debating what goes best with your complexion and what styles sit on you the best. Um, And after a while, they do stop and like let you breathe, and then and then end up going, "Oh, what were you here for?"
Oh, I was here for my clothes and to tell you that I'm maybe out on a trip for a couple days.
They both pout. They're like, "Well, fine if you have to go on a trip."
Well, I
I
didn't want to
guess
leave without telling you.
that'll just leave us more time to do some shopping now that we know what fits best. They both devilish grin crosses both of their faces.
Oh no 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 no! Don't no more frills, please. I can't do the frills.
It won't be too frilly, we know that. Gosh. Just maybe
Zay
some.
just sighs.
On a couple of things. He only said we
That's
couldn't get
cool.
new clothes for ourselves because we have too many. He didn't say we can go clothes shopping for someone else. It's a loophole we're going to exploit.
I, while I love your loophole logic, thank you. Just begrudgingly, thank you.
They just go, so. And they both pause and look at each other and go, "You don't happen to be the one that's going to be picking up the package, are you?"
Uh, I'm maybe.
And they smile and nod at each other. They're like, "That means yes." They're like, "When you get back with the package, Mother will probably have arrived. You will probably get along with her quite swell. I mean, since you get along with Father."
Um, well, I hope so. Um, I'm not quite sure where I stand with him yet,
But
especially if I'm working for him now, sort of.
they shrug and go, "Well, they let you, he lets us drag you around, so that's gotta mean something."
Yeah, but what happens when I disappoint him? I mean, I'm not entirely family.
True. Both of them look at each other, and one of them just shakes no, the other one's the like yes, like drastically. And the one that's just shaking her head up and down emphatically goes, "You don't always have to not be in the family."
They just kind of looks confused, like what? What?
Well, maybe someone will take a liking to you. And then a wedding can happen, and then you could be a sister. Well, sister in law, but still.
I, her words like that's fast.
Maybe we'll look and say like and struggle. What? You don't mean like right now? Just like eventually. You never know.
I yeah. Look, I got a new tattoo. Just shows off her foot.
Both of the eyes light up, and they examine the tattoo, and they're like, "You should show that to the brothers. They've been getting theirs, especially Barnon. His have begun to come in. Oh, it's always a delight." And then I kind of stop for a moment and go, we probably shouldn't talk about the process. You're not in the information that far.
Oh, so talk about me getting married into the
But if you married into the family, you'd be told the process.
I don't know anybody but you two.
I mean, you've met Rolus a few times, kind of.
At the door.
Exactly.
Zay just sighs and just rolls her eyes.
That's it. We're just going to have to set you up with dates. We'll set you up on a date with Barnon. We'll set you up on a date with Osvir and Ekmos. And all while we'll take you out on dates to make sure you're dressed properly and whatever else we decide to do.
They just fall silent.
She goes, "Ooh, maybe we could hire your group to be our like guards, and you and your friends we could take to the hot springs when you're back and not on a job for that, of course."
Yeah, we could use some relaxation. Especially Aegis. He's a little tense sometimes.
Oh yeah, he's the weird one.
It's not weird. He's just
He was weird about magic.
he's working through some stuff.
Well, maybe he needs to be a little less judgmental.
I'll let him know. Um, clothes?
Yeah. One of them runs down the hall into a washroom and comes back with your clothes all folded. Let's go.
There's no holes in these.
Correct.
Huh.
No holes, all
I
clean
don't.
and
Are there any
fresh.
Are there any windows in this room?
Go.
Can I just walk over to it, look out, and see if it can open in any way?
Yeah, you can see this window in particular opens to like the side yard. Um and it can be opened and propped up. Kind of latches at an angle, sort of thing.
Does it look like I can fit through it when it's open?
It'll be a little tight squeeze, but you could do it.
And is there a lock?
There is.
Okay. She'll just turn to the girls and say, "Okay, what next?" And, like, putting her arms out.
They both of their eyes sparkle, and they dart off to their closet. I mean, they thought you were done and weren't going to let them go any further, and they were going to let you get on with your business. But since you said that, there's no going back now. And as they switch out your wardrobe a couple more times, um, or switch out what you're wearing a couple more times, there is a soft but firm knock on the door, and you hear from behind the door it's Varzan, and he goes, "Are you girls decent?"
One moment.
And there's a pause. One of the girls kind of runs over to the door and waits for you to be all settled in your clothes before opening it. And he goes, "I don't mean to interrupt the fun, but darlings, I do need to have a meeting with you two about your brothers going off, a couple of them, as well as I need you to stop distracting someone in hopes that they can get off on their job sooner rather than later with this new news that's coming."
They just kind of, she turtles her head in.
Yeah, they just
Uh,
both of them kind of just deflate, and they're like, "Fine, we'll have to force you into more clothes later, Zay. We'll find you the perfect outfit." He just Varzin rolls his eyes at them.
they will just slink out. Just like, "I'll see myself out."
He gives you a nod.
They will head down the stairs and head out.
They head back to the house.
Uh, yeah.
Sim, with the information from the book, is Sim planning on doing anything yet, or after the trip, sort of thing?
Um, I think after the trip, I do want to go get my clothes,
Yeah.
and I also want to go see if I can get some magic rings.
You can. They're on short supply, but you can.
God damn it. I have caused a magic shortage.
just temporarily. You stole the restock. What was Sim hoping to buy?
Um, something for maybe a little extra, and maybe a little extra armor. Maybe just something strange. That's
Well, the things
they
on
have
the
this thing
more
like that.
strange line happen to be in a party member's bag. Uh but for for the like armor up sort of that or like forms of protection and whatnot, they do still have some +1 equivalents in like armor and not armor but bracers and rings and pendants and whatnot that they've got a couple would have a couple in stock of.
Okay. How much would one of the +1 rings cost?
Let me pull
Oh,
up.
and as something I would like to mention, as he's going shopping for these, he's like he's gonna pick up his clothes as Pythus, and then he's going to go shopping for the rings as Pythus as well. After changing into his nice clothes that he just his new clothes.
So any of the like +1 items are. Oh, let me bit load. Most of the stock for like the +1, you're seeing marked around 1,000 gold at the moment.
Okay. Um. Yeah, he'll do it. I'll get a +1 ring and hand he'll hand over 100 platinum.
Perfect. Okay. With that, as it's getting later in the evening, um, I know, Aegis, you had wanted to head over with Ivy to the heavy petting bar. Victor, as you're in the area, you do notice things are starting to get pumping as well. You can actually hear the music from the bar outside of the bar, which isn't very usual. Usually with special events that can happen. But special events that aren't like citywide events, rare have the sound outside of the bar as well. But Aegis, as you get there with Ivy, Ivy rushes over to Sweet Pea, and they start chatting. Um, what would you like to do?
Are they currently running a show?
No, it's more currently it's not like a full the equipment. So they are doing full songs and like but then making adjustments. It's not the full blown usual like couple hour shows in the evening yet. Or two with a different gal making some more adjustments, making sure everything's in the right place on stage. But it's pumping still. One stage, though, at the moment, you happen to only see posterior as she is setting up something towards the back of the stage, pulling a couple things out of bags and setting them up. But this very skinned orc in purple high heel boots with and a crop top that's barely holding together that's also purple. And she is setting things up and also kind of flouncing about the stage.
Oh, he's not even gonna introduce himself or anything. I think he's just gonna try. Hmm. Get her ahead saying, I bet it's just because your people see sex as conquest.
You you say that and there's no doing her thing. But then she walks down
Oh, by the way,
to
that was a mental thing.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
She walks to the edge of the stage and goes, "Now, who was rude enough to address me without properly introducing yourself out loud by name?" And nodded forward, both hands on her knees, very imposing. just looking at the crowd.
Again, in her head, just be like, oh, drop the fake accent.
She locks eyes on him and goes, "Well, yes, indeed, I do have an accent. You got a problem with that, sweetie?"
He just crosses his arms and glares at her. And a note in another message in her mind saying, "Don't talk like that."
What are you talking about?
He's literally saying this in the microphone this whole time, and she's making it completely directed at me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, she doesn't have, like, the mic at the moment. Like, um, she was in the process of setting something up. So this is just her loud voice booming over everything else, directed directly at you. She is looking directly at you. And she with a little hop plops her butt down onto the stage, sitting down on the edge of it with the quite a loud thud. She's got some heft to her. And she goes, "Now, sweetie, if you want to get to know an orc and really get to know us, you can spend some time with me. It's part of my job." Now, some of the fans here know my catchphrase happens to be orcs aren't all meant for fighting. We're also meant for loving. Too many people assume we're just all war and fighting. But no, we are just as civilized as everyone else out there. We have families that we care for. We contribute to society. The stigma that we're all just dumb fighters needs to lift.
Um, I'm gonna continue to respond into her head. Probably only stay there for 11. Because everything with orcs is conquest. But I'll come talk to you if only. Damn your memes, Day, by the way. You're interrupting me. Anyway. It, you finish the rest of that sentence anyway. Come talk to you, if only to get you to stop yelling half this conversation out to the audience.
Oh, I can yell this conversation out into the crowd if I want to, honey. Just because they can't hear your side, which is quite hateful to begin with. So I don't know if I want them, these loving, adoring fans, hearing that hate anyways. And I can address you how I wish. You, this shiny green Dragonborn, coming
Oh,
in here addressing me without even introducing yourself and spitting hate when I have never met you. I have never met your family. And that's just very, very rude.
he's officially been called out. I guess he might as well. Just here's my question: how did she notice right away? I guess probably the angry stare that he would probably have been giving. But anyway, um, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and approach her and say say out loud this time. Um, I I know plenty of orc just pillage, destroy, and wreak havoc.
Well, then you haven't met the orcs of most of the world. You can't be that traveled to assume that all orcs are like that. Even so much as. Because now, I know of a lovely, lovely count that I have visited in the Mire jungles
My jungle, what?
of Tegus. Count Bordak is a lovely, lovely gentleman, and a noble at that. And you say all orcs are fighters and pillagers. I think not. There's so many of us that contribute and live in societies. Many of us work hard and are actually blacksmiths.
Some orcs just smarter than others. They still use their skills for evil.
Well, and clearly some Dragonborn are dumber than others. She goes, now, I don't want to have to unleash my darling halfling honey bunch, for he is sleeping in my quarters at the moment. But if I have to get you and out here to teach you a lesson for me, so I can continue to set up for my performance, don't misjudge his size and his shape and thinking that he won't be able to kick your ass, darling.
Uh, if if that's a challenge, but 1 second. Uh, stats. Wait. Would him trying to figure out if maybe she's being honest, maybe ulterior motive, would that be insight?
Yeah, that'd be insight.
Okay. I mean, I may know as a player.
Yeah, but Aegis.
13?
Not horrible. Aegis would still be suspicious as hell because of his upbringing. But he would be able to tell that she is speaking her truth, so to speak. Like, she believes without a doubt that what she is saying is, truthful. Now, what Aegis's upbringing will lead him to believe with that. That is up to you. She also believes without a doubt that her halfling honey will kick your ass.
Well, gonna choose not to believe. But so with that insight, um but I watch the Me. If you so different.
She looks Aegis over and goes, "Sweetheart, it doesn't matter how you were raised to believe, or if you were even wronged by an orc at one point. That doesn't mean all of them are evil, are bad, are wrong. Now, that doesn't mean we won't stick up for ourselves, and that does not mean we won't split your skull between our thighs if you cross us. But it means that we're not going to use our strength that the gods gave us. Most of us, particularly, do tend to worship Gamphion, sometimes Otrix. But those two have blessed us with the strength that we have now. Now, clearly, you have been gifted an amount of strength by the gods. You ain't looking too scrawny or nothing. You look like you could put up a good fight. What you gonna do with that? That's up to you. I don't give a care. But what I do care about is people spreading hate. Now, I have had plenty of death threats. Even worked with someone who hated the sight of me. Oh boy, howdy, did she just want to cut me up and feed me to the fishes. She was a cutie too. I kept on flirting with her, didn't get nowhere. But she did also learn and turn around over time. Now she just thinks that most of us are ridiculous. Probably put on the charm too hard. It can wear down a person. She gives you a bit of an elbow and you know, as one of my standing, I have charmed the pants off of many people, many walks of life, many those would call heroes, villains, the bad, the good, the healers, doesn't matter. I'm not choosy. But you, all of them, have always judged others on their actions. So I suggest you start doing the same. Judge people on their actions versus what they look like. I mean, you being all green kind of look like me. I could call you a cauliflower or green bean like I've been called in the past growing up. I don't like those vegetables. Blech. Now, I'm going to get back to my setting up. And you can get back to whatever it is you were going to do in here. I assume drink. if this was your regular establishment.
Uh,
Turns into session. Aegis gets wisdom.
right?
Aegis learns
Aegis,
life lessons.
Aegis learns life lessons. I'm changing the stream title to Aegis learns life lessons.
Literally the two defining characteristics that he had got talked to about.
um, so Aegis is Aegis is gonna go back to the the to Sweet Pea anyway. Um,
Sweet Pea is when you look over to go over to her is standing next to Ivy, and both her and Ivy are watching the two of you slack jawed. Just absolutely slack jawed.
so, uh, he is going to be approaching them, kind of,
You
and
get
he's
up
gonna.
to them and Sweet Pea goes, "Would you like some ice with that burn, honey?" And Ivy snorts.
He weird orc. Don't talk so much. Um, I stay for sure.
You what? It broke up a little bit.
He said. He said, "I stay for sure."
She looks at you and goes, "If you want to stay for show, you can stay for the show." Figured with that talking to, I wasn't sure if you were going to or not.
I see what weird orc who won't shut up is about.
You from the stage, you hear, "I heard that." I'm gonna start calling you the weird dragon that won't shut up.
He he just rumps at her. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Sudden, like,
I mean, I think harumph, like,
yeah, probably.
describes it 100% properly.
Okay. Still not convinced she doesn't just.
Here he kind of goes, now, Aegis. That's not how to go about meeting new people and learning about them. I had an open mind about meeting you first when we first met. And I was scared of everyone. And you are quite intimidating, if you recall.
I think he just sighed.
Well, the rest of you.
And what
Oh, what? Uh-oh.
kind of ears does she have? She just hears everything. Oh, did I?
She's good at what she does? He kind of shrugs.
He looks over to Ivy and says, um, stay, stay with me.
I was like, I've got a job to do. The sweepy placed in order. Because why don't you get Sim or Zay? Don't you usually hang out with them, right? Maybe one of them will have more insight and they can help you.
Maybe. Um, I guess he's gonna, after that, uh, sit down at a table to cast animal speaking, and he's gonna tell Rupert uh, to go get, go get Sim and they, and then he's gonna say that he can have the rest of the feed for today when he gets back.
Uh, Rupert accepts your demands and flaps off. Uh, Zay, you. I think you'd probably be back at the house. Um, You hear a flutter, 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 thud. A flutter, 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 thud on the front door.
Always crashing into things without yelling profanities.
Oh, she just can't hear the
Uh,
profanities through the door.
Zay was about to grab her Sim's clothes. And then she hears that, and then she quickly puts it under the closing. Excuse me. Opens up the door a crack
You see Aegis'
to look
bird.
out.
That is flapping frantically to flip itself back over. And you just hear
You're Ace's bird, right? The fuck you?
looks at you and nods and goes, "You, Aegis." And then starts
Zay just
waddling off. And then looks
Zay
back.
just shrugs her shoulders, like shaking her head like side to side, just like, where is he?
Mm, Rupert does the worst interpretation of beatboxing you have ever heard in your entire life. And then he wit-woos.
I may have to make a check to see if I understood that.
Animal handling.
To be honest. Uh, oh no. No, I do not understand what that is. Not with a 5.
Yeah, a wit-woo. Panda, when like when the bird whistles at the sexy lady, the wit-woo, I don't want to whistle into the mic because I don't want to like blast out eardrums. Oh, the hubby also just told me a cat call. But often when birds do it, people will call it a wit-woo. Right, one of the watchers of the stream was confused
Chat, yeah.
by wit-woo.
I was confused as well.
Maybe it's an area thing. I just thought everyone called it that when a bird did it. Maybe
Just do
I'm
the
the weird
whistle.
one here.
Well, Zay just knows that Aegis wants her for some reason, but has no clue where he is.
The bird has begun to like hop walk away and then look at you and like do a little stompy feet.
Okay, just all right, bird, just give me a fucking second, would you? And then she's gonna go inside, just grab, and then leaving.
You
Try
are
and follow the bird. All right, lead the way.
yeah, does a couple flutters and then finally gets up in the air and leads you to the heavy petting bar. Would you do in fact see Sim outside
Sim Sim or Leonin Sim?
I think they're just Sim at this point. I don't think he had switched yet. He's picking up stuff. He's buying stuff and picking up stuff.
Ah,
When since he's picking up stuff, he is Leonin Sim currently.
Oh, I was wrong. I thought because you were picking up stuff you weren't. But yeah, that makes sense with the suit. So yeah, the bird has no idea to stop you then.
yeah. I'm sorry, Sim. I'm probably not looking around for a Leonin right now.
So yeah, Rupert leads you to the heavy petting bar. Before doing a bit of a circle. After like he pops in, waits for you to enter, and does a little circle over Aegis, and then flutters over you to try and get his attention. Flutters over you, and then heads back out to try and find Sim. But he doesn't know who he's looking for, so Rupert's gonna be flying for a fucking while. He's gonna be pissed as well. Be prepared for an angsty little parrot.
Zay walks in, sits down next to Aegis. You summoned me via bird. What's up, big guy?
There is strange, strange orc here.
Uh,
She, she, she doesn't. Well, she talks weird and more than any orc I've ever met. And she's trying to say orcs.
well,
I go ahead.
well, I mean, if you see her as different, maybe she's got a point.
Maybe she just weird, but I think um well orcs see sex as conquest, capture their defeated enemies.
Uh, I mean, I don't see her with anybody captured right now.
Hi, worm. I don't know if you caught that, but she meowed right at that mic.
You know, Aegis, I've been wronged by an elf, but I don't hate all elves.
It, it's not just one elf, one. It's not just one orc. I'd like to think that he actually made that mistaken conversation that I just made because it makes sense for him to make that mistake.
Uh, what? Why are you here exactly? Usually you're out. Usually you're working or working out. Why are you at the bar with, or here, looking at someone that you hate?
Ivy said she different. Uh, she seems weird.
Ivy said she's weird, and you say she's weird. Then probably weird.
Oh, no, Ivy didn't say weird.
Oh,
Ivy
what did
seems.
Ivy say?
Ivy said she's real famous. Bard extraordinary.
Would I have heard of any bard work people?
You possibly would have caught wind of one in your travels before.
Uh, well, I'm. Are is she, is she playing? Is she doing a show? Do you want to stay?
Um,
Zay just has her
why
like elbows on the table, hands like cupped under her chin, looking at him.
why are you so excited? But yes, I was.
Well, it's like I don't know, experiencing something new. And then, I mean, I don't know, maybe if you want to, after the show, if it's late at night, uh, maybe we can go do something else fun. Just me and you.
Can I roll a perception? That seems like a very uh randomly specific sort of thing to me as a player.
Sure.
Oh,
Are you rolling perception or insight?
Oh, insight,
oh
insight.
shoot,
Yeah,
that
it would
would
be
be insight,
insight.
wouldn't it? I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's the same score. So
15. I don't
15.
even know what I would roll for that because I'm not lying or anything. Well, I guess the fun part.
You
Yeah,
so Aegis, you
what would I
would be able
roll?
to tell that there's not necessarily any plans behind that statement. It's just a statement. Like that,
Oh
there's
no,
no,
there's a
there's no.
there, there's actually a plan.
Oh, there is actually a plan. Okay, well
Yeah.
then, roll. Would Zayd be trying to hide the actual plan? Because if she is, it would be a
Um,
deception roll against his insight.
I'm not no lie. Um, I mean,
Well, not necessarily lie. If you're
it,
trying to be like cheeky about it, like, it would
yeah,
still
yeah,
be it
cheeky
would still be deception.
deception. Okay. Oh, what did you roll?
He rolled a 15.
15?
Uh, oh, I also rolled a 15.
Oh,
Uh,
you probably have the bigger modifier, so you probably beat him on that one. Unless your modifier is lower than
But
1.
It,
1 or
it
lower.
it's not.
who's the runner? Because Ty goes to the runner, but I'm not sure which one of you is the runner in this case.
The runner?
I think it would be Zay. In this case.
Tie goes to the runner? I'm not sure I
Yeah.
understand that rule.
You never heard that saying? I've used it quite often. Like, so if if your AC is 15 and someone goes to try and
Well, yeah.
hit you,
Well, yeah.
the
I mean, I know that
tie
one.
Okay,
goes to the runner.
then in this case, I think it's Aegis one because he's reacting to what I said.
Well, that's a weird thing because that also kind of sounds like.
He's the instigator, though, so to speak. Of the well, yeah, it
I
could go.
proposed the
Yeah,
question.
you pose the question. Yeah, so no, yeah, it would go to Aegis.
There's a hint of like a sinister little grin on Zay's face.
Well, I think you're planning something, but um,
I'm always planning something.
It's at this point.
you help me keep an eye on. Wait,
You are
what?
at this point. You're interrupted per se. It's just this very very large foreboding figure in Aegis's case, but to Zay it's just this very very large voluptuous orc with next to her a very very short halfling
Um,
who she brings over.
ironically, I don't think he actually sees her as foreboding. Like, what's it? Oh,
Do they say anything?
They just she kind of waits for a break in the conversation, and uh, she goes, "Now I met you," and she looks at Aegis earlier, but this little thing next to you I didn't.
Oh, hi. I'm I'm Zay. I'm looking forward to your show.
She said, "Why, thank you. I am Sugar, and this right here is Aeon." And this compared to her, like he barely even he doesn't even come up to her hip. 3 foot tall halfling. Waves at you guys. And she kind of looks at Egg and goes, "You know the one I told you could kick your ass if you kept on mouthing off? Well, this is him. But if you want to change your attitude and you actually want to be friends, it could all be quite fun." So he's gonna hang out with you. He's gonna stay here with you. Perform tonight.
Oh, wow. we have some company of the performer. Just looks over at Aegis. In his mind, don't fuck this up.
Small, even you could use him to work out. Just fixated on the tiny uh halfling now.
And just out loud, I just tell Aegis, well, don't be rude. Pull out a chair.
Eowyn kind of goes, but before Sugar turns around and heads off. He goes, have a wonderful performance, darling. Don't break the stage. And he turns to you and goes, don't worry about pulling out the chair for me. I can do that myself. It's fine.
He was getting ready to kick the legs off the chair for him.
Zay yells out, break it.
You get a laugh. Um and Eowyn just goes, so I heard that this one got a little mouthy to my darling Sugar earlier. I hope that's all water under the bridge by now, so we can all just be friends.
One second.
Waiting for Aegis. What's Victor doing?
Um,
So Victor, all session.
Victor's been pulling apart stuff, making sure his what is it parts of right now? Orc? No. Yes. Orc, lion, and something else.
Bugbear.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
okay, I'm back.
It's been all hunky dory. I've Victor's gonna have a time to shine very, very short. Well, very, 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 very. Yeah, Bugbear. There it is. Parts are on the way. Worm, what are you chewing on this far away from your food bowl?
Sorry, I went out for a smoke at the wrong time.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Yeah, it's weird playing a racist character being racist when you're out in public. It's weird playing a character out in public to begin with, but anyway, um, Aegis is going to say, um, not sure about your friend. She 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 talks more than and different than orcs, other orcs. She not
He oh, okay.
go ahead if you
Oh,
want
he
to like
just looks at you and blinks like, yeah, she talks. Like kind of the an expression of yes, you have described her and sort of look.
she seemed very proud about her sexual prowess. You sure she not just viewing it as conquest and her own battle.
Looks at you and goes, what she does is not for conquest, my boy. What she does is, well, to die by the thigh would just be a great way to go. My darling sugar. She is so lovely. But doing it for herself is not something she does. She does everything for the good of others.
He grumbles softly and says, she does have nice tits and legs. By the way,
Zay is gently patting her head on the table.
he
those who don't
looks at
understand,
he looks at Zay and goes, "Uh, "Don't worry, I don't get as jealous anymore as I used to." She did what she does before she met me, and she continues to do so now.
Zay lets out a long sigh. Oh, she does have nice thighs.
uh, also, Aegis has notably mentioned before he has a weakness for birthing hits.
Victor, are you alive?
Alleged.
Allegedly. There is a very, very heavy knock at your door.
I will answer the door.
In front of you happens to be wrong NPC.
Happens to be what now?
One of the Varzans, uh, Osvir, and he's got his arms crossed, and he goes, "If I've done my research correctly, there's something I can get from you that you might already have made.
That entirely depends. Come in.
He steps in and he goes, I need a lot. More than what we already have stock wise. Of things that will put large beings either to sleep or paralyzed or dead very quickly.
Well, I have those in stock, but if you're looking for a large amount, it would have to be a special order, which would increase the price.
Because it would depend on how quickly you could get that special order out.
Hmm. Again, it depends on how much you need. How much are you looking for? Because I could probably make around, say, an additional 10 to 20 doses within a few hours.
How much would you want for that?
Hmm. Well, with the offset cost of all the materials, hmm, probably around 700 gold.
He nods and is done. And pulls out a money pouch. And he goes, this happens to have 400 in it. I'll give you the rest at pickup.
Agreed.
He goes, I also hear you have a fun way of getting rid of bodies. Do
I
you
simply
care if
provide the proper last rites.
do you care if the proper last rites are given to those already dead or alive?
Is the difference between dead and nearly dead. I'll get the last rites.
Would you like
Nearly dead
some?
is more. Hmm. Well, if you have need of proper last rites, I can do so. It will be a bit of a rush job, as I have other work I must do, but
Because
I can.
these last rites wouldn't be for a few days if we needed them at all. If this goes well, we won't.
Well, if it does not go well, bring them by, and your problems will disappear.
Good. He goes, I will be back in a couple hours.
Very good. And I will depart and go purchase all the supplies that I need for the order and start working on it.
Okay, you are able to pick up your supplies. You notice there some of them are not low enough that you can't get what you need, but some of them like clearly they were picking up some supplies for variations already sort of thing.
How much would I spend in total on all of it?
Um, do, do, do. Let's say. Where did that chart go that I was using before? Nope. Fine. We'll say that it would cost around, we'll say, 100 gold itself to get all the supplies needed.
Uh,
Which, with the 400 given, can easily. Oh, are you okay? Uh oh.
Oh, there it is.
aha.
Ooh.
It cut out for me when you said
Oh,
it'll cost
there we go. Okay.
a truck.
100 gold for the ingredients. Is it more?
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yes.
I was worried. Like, did it pop out again?
I will spend the 100 gold and start working on it all. So I'm check. The fuck? P. Hey, 22.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to make some real good potions this time around. You are in the zone.
But yeah, finish the potions. That'll probably take a little while.
Hey, we're working on it for a bit. Before there is a familiar knock at the door. Um, from that same Varzand, coming to see if the order was ready or not.
The order is ready. It all went rather smoothly. And I will hold out a nice little covered box. A nice little box where they can all sit secured in their little vials so none of them run the risk of breaking.
He nods and goes, perfect. Well, with all that's going on, I thought I would give you the heads up that there might be an expedite in plans. In that an order might be placed, which I think you and your counterparts that he's been working with so far can do. And I can put in the word to just have him offer that job straight to you. If he does decide to expedite things and not wait for the shipment that's coming in, that you're all supposed to grab for him anyways. But I wanted to know about your particular persuasion in what you are and aren't willing to do in the Thieves Guild side of things.
I primarily provide medical services, potions and elixirs, funeral rites, as you know, as well as loosening tight lips. Sometimes there are secrets that need to be pried. I leave the more brutish matters to others.
Oh, doesn't even get a call out.
Well, I might because depending on how things go with holds up the box with these here, there might be an expedite on taking care of a specific Solstice clan member. Do you think you and your group would be interested?
I can't speak for the others, but I may have some potential interest.
Well, we're looking to chop off the head, if you get my drift.
I wish for the rest of the snake to die.
Correct.
It's possible. But first, we have another job to complete.
Yes, yes, yes. And of course, Father, Lord Varzand, will give the final say in first completing the other job or to expedite and just have your group chop off the head. But I thought I would just see how that sat with you first before dropping off the information in Father's ear. He holds out a different coin bag and passes it to you. He goes, the rest of the payment.
Thank you.
He goes,
Please come again if you have any other medical issues that need to be taken care of.
oh, I will make sure we send everyone your way. And he heads out with quite rushed, but a calm rushed. Something urgent's going down. But on the other side of the world, or the other side of the world, other side of the town, Victor, in line form. I know you were picking up some things, purchasing some things. Were you heading over to the Solstice Clan? Or after your pickup, were you just going to head to one of the usual spots?
I think after the pickups, he'd probably run home and change real quick, and then head over to the heavy petting bar.
Sim, you after changing, and on your way there, you hear a squawk as a very, very, very tired Rupert plummets onto your shoulder with a thud. And it's just kind of like on your shoulder, and he just kind of seems dejected a little bit and very tired, and he barely squawks out, "Aegis."
Um, all right, and he just kind of lets the bird chill. Is Aegis in here, or is he, or is it this was on the way
He does
over
the
here?
same thing that he did for Zay, but much worse this time.
He'll follow the directions.
And you are pointed to the heavy petting bar.
Yeah.
And um the Rupert does not get off your shoulder. When you get it in Aegis, you see Rupert kind of just looks like he's melted onto like Sim's shoulder.
It dumps out his the rest of his food for the day, and like he dumps it out onto the table, and then takes a handful and brings it up to him to Rupert, and then he pours some what. Well, if he would take the food, actually, I guess, but he would then, after that, try to pour some water from his water skin into his cup from his mess kit for him.
Oh, when water is poured, Rupert just dives into the cup. You now have cup full of wet bird.
Oh,
He
gross.
just kind of looks like he's in a hot tub. The smallest burb hot tub you ever did see.
um, I think I'm actually gonna end up having to Actually, I guess I'll like take out the block of cheese and maybe see if he wants some. He doesn't know if birds eat cheese at all, or would ever enjoy cheese. But it's what he has. More treats than what he already would have set on the table. Like,
Rupert
so he's gonna.
turns his nose up to the cheese and
Oh,
demands crackers very loudly.
oh, do I have ration? I do have. How many? 10. 10 rations. So I'm gonna have to. I believe they actually contain.
I'd have some form of like cracker-ish, dried like
Yeah,
bread sort of thing.
I'll give him the crackers from one of my rations.
He eats it like it is the best thing since sliced bread.
I'll prod the nuts for him and leave them in his pile of food.
For you all that are there, the show does begin, and what a show it is, with a bit of a sexy country twang. There are so many upbeat songs performed with dances and getting the crowd hyped up and walking amongst the crowd and even coming to your guys' table and flaunting her stuff. Um,
Does she come close to Aegis?
oh yeah, like she'll be coming close to Aegis too. Like he is at the table and she kind of like flaunts around your guys' table a bit. I mean, her shortstop is there, so why wouldn't she?
Um, Aegis playfully nips in front of.
Ace plays play. Oh, okay. It cut out a little
Nips
bit, but I think I got it.
like he is biting the air in front of her.
Yeah. And after some time goes by and the performance is over, she ends up coming over and going, well, it looks like someone had a change of mind at some point.
Uh,
And and she looks at her and goes, now I see you two have another friend that came over to see. And she goes to Sim and goes, I am Sugar. It's nice to make your acquaintance.
Then Sim will reach out his hand. Sim, fellow performer.
She goes, ah, very specific lady. And she looks over to Sweet Pea. Happen to tell me about you and suggested that at some point we work on some form of a collab.
Oh, well, we may have to. I'll just...
Currently, the plans are a month. Whether or not
Oh,
that
well,
extends, I don't know. But currently, we're looking for about a month.
we'll have plenty of time then. I'm going to be leaving town for about a week, but then we'll return and we'll see if we can work on something.
She goes, perfect. Anything to help the local establishments.
Um,
What is the
Aegis,
time?
I heard two of you say something at the same time. I'm not sure what two. I know Aegis was one of them. I'm not sure who the other one was.
I was just asking what the time was.
Oh, it's late evening now. Like it's dark out.
Aegis is actually stands up to try to examine her head, and her butt. He does this very like he's not being discreet about it at all. Um, and then he sits back down.
You get for as hard as you're looking at me. I think I should charge. Goodness gracious.
He gives her uh, another, but it's not as bitter. He gave her was. And then he's like, "Are are you're really an orc?"
Yeah, I'm an orc. Do you need a typical orc greeting? Because I mean, I will slam my head into yours, but I can guarantee your skull is not as sturdy as mine, and you will be hurting. Like you will need stitches. But that is how we greet each other at family reunions. So to each his own. I will slam my head into yours.
Oh, I think I might be a little more hard headed. He says this and he doesn't realize that he's insulting himself.
You want to test your theory?
Um, sure. Also, I don't think this would be. There's as as better for him as it would be to rage for this. There's no reason for him to rage. I could see him raging at least something, but there was no reason for him to rage.
she she kind of steps back a second, and she gives the kind of like come over here kind of wave, and gets the crowd to part and goes, "All right, everybody. He wants a proper family greeting, so he's gonna get it." And she looks at you and goes, "All right now. You're gonna try to not fall on your ass, all right? Count of 3. You're gonna slam your head into mine as hard as you can, sweetheart. I can guarantee you I will be fine. You ready?"
Yeah.
She goes, "All right then." And just 1, 2, 3. Now I need you to make a strength roll. It's a flat out strength check. As well as a constitution save.
Well, flat out strength check?
Strength check, yep.
Oh, not a strength saving throw. Um,
Oops, that's a D20.
oh no! I
Oh
knew I should have
man!
used. I knew I should have used the.
For everybody listening at home, Aegis just rolled a 1.
What? Wait.
And for his con save, he rolled a 2.
There is
Well,
a
total 9.
loud crack
He rolled
as
a natural 2.
both of their skulls slam into each other. Like, sugar ain't a holding back in the slightest. And Aegis, your head is an instant migraine, and you see stars. As well as Zay, you just see blood trickle down his forehead. And she kind of puts her hands on your shoulder and she goes, "Oh, sweet heavens. Oh, you poor thing." And
These dice are
grabs
biased.
a handkerchief and wipes your head. And she's like, "Oh, sweet heaven."
These dice are biased.
Is Aegis on the ground?
Aegis is currently being held steady by Sugar. And she
Wait,
kind of.
what about his horn? Oh, forehead hit, probably.
Oh yeah, it's forehead, not the side, the forehead. She kind of looks over to Sim and saying, I am so sorry, but I think he might need a stitch in that forehead of his." That
Honestly, really, just give it a couple days. I bet he won't even remember it
oh,
ever happening.
he'll remember for a couple that he's gonna bruise. That is gonna bruise.
I just realized all the life lessons that Aegis is learning he's going to forget.
100%.
What's the fun part about that?
100%. Oh. Oh
Zay
my.
turns to Sim. I think that might ruin the plans that I had for tonight.
Well, maybe we can figure something out.
It shouldn't be like knocked out completely.
Oh, he's not knocked out completely. He's got an instant migraine and is dizzy and seeing stars. Like he's got blurred vision currently.
Maybe we should take him to go see Victor. Maybe he's got something that can stitch that up.
Thank God.
I think he seems fine.
Watch. The con save on the drink is gonna be like a natural 18 or higher. Just because. I swear. But
You know, I'll buy your drink, buddy. You get.
If you another fortnight, I swear.
there was this great the other day. You guys should have them too.
I don't think I'm in the mood for drinking right now.
What about you? Sugar?
She goes,
Sim? Victor?
Victor's making potions.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Victor's not here.
Next skull, you get a drink on the house. She goes, I feel bad for that one.
Why your head hurt so
Being an orc, we got real thick bones. Real strong, thick bones. They're good for, well, honestly, slamming into things.
much? Really just slams against her. But she's still supporting him.
Oh yeah, she hasn't stopped holding him up. She's afraid the second she lets go, he's just gonna crumble. She looks at they and Victor go, do you want me to walk him to a doctor?
Sim, maybe could take him to Victor. Aegis, I can get you a drink to go.
Really fine. He tries to stand up from her.
You the leg wobble is supreme. The leg wobble of someone that ran a marathon with no practice. That's what I thought. You two got him? Are you too big enough to get him?
From his stand, he falls against Zay.
Oh, if you're leaning against me, I'm falling over. Ah!
It's just oh lord. You
Can I snatch Zay out of the way?
you can snatch Zay out of the way, yeah. He just falls to the ground.
Face plants.
And the cheer's like, yep, right, all right, okay. Mm-hmm. Uh,
This bed
hoist.
is comfy. I
Hoist.
think I'll sleep here.
No, oh no, you don't. You cannot. Uh,
Sim
you
will like
see,
put a hand on the back of his head as he's like just laying there on the floor, and he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on his head.
the wound on the front definitely knits itself together and stops bleeding, but the concussive side effects are still banging around in there. But
Well, he's not bleeding anymore. Otherwise, I'm not sure.
Let's get him home.
That's probably best.
No, we go to tea shop.
I
you
don't.
sure oh, I got something that will help you to uh it'll be more of a drag motion that you'll take him home with. But one second. She lays a hand on Aegis, and after a second he starts levitating.
Oh.
She was there. Now you just drag him. He won't drag on the ground, get hurt. He'll just kind of hover there for a bit.
Uh,
He
how
limply
long?
points. He
How long does
limply.
this last for?
Long enough to get him home, but you want to get him home and then over something cushiony. You don't want to lollygag, otherwise he might be falling somewhere in the street.
Right. Them.
Sim will start. Sim will start dragging on one of Higgis's arms.
He limply points forward. It's the tea.
It is quite easy to drag a levitating Dragonborn.
You're like the more difficult thing is just managing the size.
Oh no, but just managing the size without levitation would be time and a half. But now that you're basically hovering, no weight, I can just drag you.
And they could probably just push him like a cart if it
Oh
came
yeah,
down to it.
Yeah.
yeah. They don't even have to think about it as long as one of them keeps their grip on you. Now, granted, if they give you a good shove, you'll just sail in a direction until you hit something. That's how they tell Victor that something happened. They just shove Aegis into
do
Victor's door.
do we do we take him home or do we take him to Victor?
The tea.
Yeah, we know the tea.
I think Victor. Just like open
Take
Victor's
me
front
to.
door, shove Aegis in, the levitation wears off, just thuds onto the floor. That's how we knock.
Why?
Victor is greeted by the other two shoving a levitating Aegis into the door.
Do I even want to know?
Do you want the short and sweet version or what really happened?
Just give me the short and sweet.
He got headbutted by an orc, and now
Ah.
he's loopy.
Sounds like someone experiences the fuck around and find out.
Where's my tea?
You won't get any here. As far as headache,
They take spiritual healing.
What?
He's saying he only takes spiritual healing, but he's also not like able to put up a fight about it. Like he just
He couldn't if he
dazedly says it.
wanted to.
Yeah.
you seem to be under the impression that you have a choice in the matter. Now then, question.
Aye.
He would not be under any conditions like blinded, deaf, and paralyzed.
This might
Correct.
be it. Oh.
He is
Okay.
concussed.
I mean, that would technically fighting being counted paralyzed.
What? He's not paralyzed. You can flop around all you want.
That's partially paralyzed. Medically, that would be considered partial paralysis.
You're not paralyzed. You're
Some
levitated right
straws
now.
there. Mm. Well, I guess I'm gonna just wrap his noggin up and as he and both the palms and he will regain 4 hit points.
With the migraine and concussive forces that were acted against Aegis lessen to just a dull headache.
Alright, you live, that will be 100 gold.
Right?
Welcome to the American medical system.
Oh, this is fucking beautiful.
I didn't beat it.
It doesn't matter. You were brought there by the ambulance, so you're gonna get charged. Oh no.
You didn't have the 5 platinum for a ride in the wheel wagon, then you should have gotten better than picking fights with orcs. Hmm?
Wagon. Oh, I'm dying.
Sounds like sounds like somebody's not getting any muscle on their job. What? Wait. When was the last time you paid me for a job?
When you hauled the coffin, I gave you some gold for that. I always pay my work, and I expect the same. Just because I occasionally hire you does not mean you are exempt from medical fees.
Oh no.
Don't worry, Aegis.
Why?
I can pay. I can pay for your bill.
Aegis isn't gonna remember anyway.
should
just Zay just pats
shouldn't be
Aegis on
such a
the head. Uh, Victor, you do a lot of the stuff. Are you able to identify a couple items I got?
Yes.
Zay pulls out uh two of the rings. Can you see what these do?
Yes. And I will cast Identify on both of them.
Oh shoot. I gotta find where I noted what the rings were.
Or I should say a ring and a necklace instead of just two rings.
What was the description I had given you?
Elemental rings, elemental necklaces.
Ah, yes. Okay. You gave one ring and one necklace over?
Yeah.
Um.
Or bracelet, sorry. Not necklace, bracelet.
Bracelet. Victor, you can sense that the ring itself has got a young elemental in it that can be summoned once to fight on your side. Whoever does the summoning, when that happens, the crystal in the ring breaks. Same for the gems in the bracelet. Um, Zay, roll a d6 for me.
Oh god. One.
Well, there is one gem left on the bracelet. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I have another one.
The ring is a red gem. The bracelet is a blue gem. So one is fire, one is water.
I will relay this.
And now they can understand why they were very upset that that merchandise was stolen.
what?
So it summons a fire elemental then? Right?
A
Is that what
young
I'm
one.
getting here?
Yes, the red one summons a young fire elemental. The blue one Someone's a young blue elemental. I can get you their specific stats later. Granted, with that, however, it is 10:04, which means it is quitting time. But we've got all your characters in the same room at night, so they can all head to bed, and in the morning wake up and head out on their job. Maybe, possibly.
Yes.
What about
We
What about the
we
middle
all.
of the night then?
Oh, that's called off now. You ruined that,
Oh.
buddy.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
You
The
had to
dice
be
are
taken
biased.
home in the paddy wagon.
The dice are biased.
I
Or,
know one.
or
I-
just hear me out.
It's okay. That's okay. Things
The
are in
dice are
motion.
biased.
Probably would have happened anyway.
I will say, your campaign and the other campaign are officially linked now, though.
What do you
I
think?
am ending stream, so say night, y'all.
Night, y'all.